Anyway, we got a 2026 R7, and everything's loose because we're gonna go ahead and do dirt bars. We got the Outlaw stunts, triple, riser, CR highs, and then this for the big reservoir switch. Don't need that. And mirror block off, you also don't need that. You do need grips, but for the most part, everything's pretty simple. The only thing that we saw is the clutch has 4 wires coming off of it for some reason. So stay tuned, we'll figure that out. All right, we got the triple all off. We got the clip-ons off. So now what you got to do is you got to drill these bad puppies out. And then all this stuff is getting changed out anyway, except for this. This is going back on the bars. And then you got electronic throttle on these 26s, so try to keep it together and just slide it out. But for the most part, it should be pretty simple like the old ones, and we'll get her done. All right, after you drill it out, it should look like this. Just 2 bolts, basically. You got to drill them out because they riveted them in. And then on this side, yeah, make sure you put a microfiber down because you get chips everywhere. You don't want to scratch your bike. But on this side, it should just look like this. Nice and clean, no cuts. And then time to put the Outlaw stuff on it. All right, guys, we got it on there. And on the back of this, there's bolts with washers, and those go between here to space out this, because if not, this thing would be out like crazy high. So you just put it in there like that, tighten them down, and then you put your triple nut in. And then I like put my bars on before I do the actual fork tightening, but we'll get her closer. All right, guys, I had a few clips that just did not have audio, and I was recording it on my phone, and I just do not know what happened. Here, I'm trying to show you the clutch switch. We ended up you'll see it in the next clip. We put tape on it and just held that switch down. But we ended up cutting the harness, the liner back, and putting it under the ignition so it still had room to turn. Also, for the windscreen cut, just use some tape across the windshield and just cut straight. All right, guys, we got her all done. We did a 2-finger clutch on her. The Outlaw triple tree, some protaper, CR highs. She all buttoned up pretty nice. On the clutch switch, we just ended up taping it down, so you still have the quick shifter. We need to figure out which ones are the neutral safeties on that, but other than that, she came out good. The only other tips I recommend is cutting the harness back and just retaping it, as we did, because it doesn't reach unless you want it across the top. But yes, the clean, probably find a better way to do it later on, but it's kind of what we got going on down here. But your 2-finger, and I've seen a 1-finger on a black one before, so you probably will be able to do a 1-finger on that. But yeah, everything runs good. The only thing I'd complain about is the brake line. Needs to be longer, but I'm sure this one's getting steel braided here soon. But yeah, guys, if you have any questions, just let us know. We'll respond as fast as possible.